Okay, now members, after seeing the stages of involved in the flowcharts, now we are going to see a simple illustration here. Now, our simple illustration is what you see here. We said we have the stage, we have the read, this is the same, this is the computation stage, we have the decision stage, the printing stage, and then the stop stage as we described them. Now, you see that here the student is saying there can be a no option. These are the branches we are talking about, either yes or a no, true or false, and so on. So this is how a flow chart is going to be looking like. It's going to be simply like this. There are those we are going to find when they are having many things around, but the basic idea is here. Now, after getting this, now we come to the notes. A is called a counter. It returns the number of times an algorithm is applied to execute a task. So this one, A plus 1. So it's that when this note is not greater than 0, we go back. Or now A, we change the value of A. We add 1 to A. So this value of A is going now to change. So this one is going to be now more by 1 than the previous value. And so on. That is, now this one is going to define how many times we have to perform that task. Okay, now we go to a dry run. All these ones, we are now going to first check them using a dry run. It's a table and check up plans for instructions that yield an output value from input value in an infinite number of times. Number of times is an infinite number of times in infinite number of steps. It has a table that displays input. It's a table that displays input and output values of a flowchart. Now, things you input here and then output, we are going to use this thing. It's a table, but its common name is called a dry run. Now, everything we put and we output, we are going to display them in that flowchart as we shall see. Rules of drawing a flowchart, these are the basics we follow. It should be simple, it should be as simple as possible. It contains only one start and one stop symbol. Flow lines should never cross each other. Branches of the decision box must be labeled like this. You see the branches, this one and this one. They should be labeled. It should be drawn clearly and neatly. As you see, it's very clear and very neat. Output values. If output value is required to n decimal places, then the dry run should be performed to at least n plus 1 decimal places. So if they did the task to be performed to 3 decimal places, in your dry run, now you give to 4 or 5. So at least you make sure that the dry run has more decimal places than the value you are trying to compute. So an example of a flowchart: authenticating users' password and locking the account after 3 failed attempts. Now, I think most people have been, those who are having smartphones, even though you have a small phone or a computer. You see that when you put in a certain password into that computer, after some attempts it fails. It says account locked, try after some seconds, and some lock it completely, depending on the program which was put in that computer. So, this is the algorithm that it tries to break that thing. When you put in after 3, it closes that account. Then and it gives you something. It depends on the message it's outputting, as we are going to see. Now, if I call A the number of times a user is attempting to put a correct password, maybe you put some password and then you are like you don't remember it properly. Now, the start part, now we are going down there. Attempts 0. So how many attempts has this user? So we are saying that the first step, if attempts 0, you can input the password. Maybe boy was your password. You put boy. Is the password correct? Yes. If the password is incorrect, that's when you can open the computer and then it will stop there, because the task was to open the computer. Then you can do anything you want. Even when you come into other programs, still there are other algorithms that are going to perform those tasks. But this one was the task of opening an account. Okay. Now we have seen what happens if it's yes. Now, if Adam says input password, is the password correct? No. How many times? A plus 1. So if the password is not correct, they will give you a second chance. So in the second chance, that asks you, is n equal to 3 and it atoms 3? If no, you go back. They'll give you now a third chance. You come back. Now it means that we have been adding a third chance, the last one. Input the password. Is the password correct? No. Then add one another chance. Now A will be, remember this is our third chance. Is A equal to 3? Yes. If no, you go back there, will be your fourth chance. But if the program was programmed to give you only 3 chances, is A equal to 3? If yes, output a message informing the user that the account is locked. That's when you see account locked, try after 15 seconds. Account locked, try next time, and so on. Then after inputting, after giving that message, or after displaying that message onto that screen, then it will come and then gets to a stop. Then after some seconds, they are telling you to try after, it will start again and then it will go back to that. Now, some programs, they are programmed that once you try 3, it's locked completely and for all. And now in most cases, because some people are used in forgetting their password, that's why they will give you some chances again, that after 3 seconds, try again. After 40, try again. So, in simple terms, this is what it uses. Also calculators. I don't know, I would have used also another example when you're using calculators. When they give you, how are those calculators determining the values to be real and complex in simple terms? They will input a certain program. When you remember, what determines the nature of roots is the D. Is D greater than 0? Print real roots. Is D less than 0? Print imaginary roots. Those are the cases we have there. In simple terms, we are dealing with the programming as it's there. Let's remember that in the next lesson we are going to say some examples. I think you have a good idea now about how flowcharts are used. Now you are going to see how are they set. See you there. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please. Subscribe so that you receive notification about tasks.